Hello everyone, welcome back with another tier list. Today we're doing poison type Pokemon. Now there's a good amount of poison types. There's actually a lot of poison type Pokemon in the Kanto region I'm seeing here. At a quick glance, a lot of these are Kanto Pokemon. See, from here to about here, right? That's quite a bit. And there's not that many in the other regions. Kind of interesting. About half of this is the Kanto region. Oh, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so first we have Bulbasaur. Hmm. Bulbasaur is gonna go poison type B tier. Ivysaur B tier. Venusaur A tier. I think all the Venusaurs A tier poison type. I think that's pretty good. Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. I'm gonna put Beedrill and Mega Beedrill A tier. Um, Kakuna's F tier. And Weedle's gonna go tier. So we have Ekans and Arbok. Ekans will go C tier. Arbok's gonna go B tier. Okay, all the Nidos here. So Nidoran. Um, I'll put both Nidorans in C tier. Nidorino, both of them. Nidorina, B tier. I think these two are gonna go A tier. So okay, Zubat F, Golbat C, Crobat S. Yeah, I'm gonna put Crobat in S tier because I think Crobat is super fast and actually a very good poison type. I think I'll put Crobat in our S tier here. And actually, now I think about it, I think Venusaur is gonna move up to S tier, and I'm gonna put Ivysaur in. I think I was too harsh in the beginning and thinking of. So we got Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. I'm gonna put Oddish in C tier, Gloom in C tier, Vileplume in A tier. Venonat and Venomoth. Venonat C tier, Venomoth B tier. Bellsprout D tier. Victory Bell and the other one, or Weeping Bell and Victory Bell. I think they're decent poison type. I think I'm gonna go B and A. Tentacool and Tentacruel C and B tier. Galarian Slowbro and Galarian Slowking. I'm gonna go B and A tiers. Oh, not S tier. A tier. He almost got away with it. Grimer and Muck. Both Grimers are gonna go C tier. I think A tier and A tier. They're good poison types. I'm gonna put them S tier. Actually, they're good poison types. I think where they really, really, really pop off is competitive with Minimize. I think as Minimize and Supermax Evasiveness, this is a very good Pokemon. So now we have Gengar's line. Okay. I love Gengar. So this is going to be very, very biased. B, A, S, S, S. I think Gengar is S tier with all his forms. Ooh. Okay, so Coughing is going to go D tier. But Wheezing, both of them are going to go S tier because of their competitive ability with neutralizing gas. This is actually a very good Pokemon that can actually disrupt a lot of teams. Spinarak and Ariados. Look, see, we're finally out of Kanto, right? Like, and we're halfway done with the list. Spinarak and Ariados. Spinarak's D tier. Ariados is gonna go C tier. Aldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper is gonna go B tier, and Clodsire is gonna go S tier. Both cool fishes. I don't see very much different besides the aesthetic. Obviously, one evolves. I think C tier for both of them. Sneasel. I'm gonna put Sneasel in B tier. Dustox is also gonna go B tier. Bidoo, Roselia, and Roserade. Bidoo, D tier. Roselia is gonna go C tier. Roserade will go A tier. We have Gulpin and Swalot. Gulpin, I'm gonna put Gulpin in C tier and Swalot in B tier. Seviper is gonna go B tier. Skunky and Skunktank. Skunky's gonna go C tier. Skunktank's gonna go A tier actually. And Drapion and Skorupi. Skorupi C tier, Drapion B tier. Drapion is one of those Pokemon that looks super cool but isn't actually that great. Toxicroak is gonna go A tier with potential to S tier because it is a very good poison type. But Krogunk is gonna go B tier. Poison type Arceus is A tier. Venipede, Whirlipede, and Scolipede. This is one of those Pokemon where the design is very nice. Scolipede A tier, Whirlipede B tier, and Venipede C tier. I think it goes up in tiers of coolness. Trubbish, Garbodor, and Gigantamax Garbodor. So, Trubbish, D tier. Garbodor is gonna go B tier, and I think Gigantamax is gonna go A tier. I actually love this Pokemon, Gigantamax. It looks so cool. Fungus and Amoonguss. Fungus is B tier. Amoonguss is S tier. No, like it's very obvious. He's S tier. S tier Pokemon. If you've seen any of my battle streams, you know this guy was always on my team until recently. Okay, we have Skrelp and Dragalge. I've actually always had the opposite game that this Pokemon comes out. It's like kind of weird, but I've always had the opposite game that this Pokemon comes out because he's interchangeable with Cloudster and Clotcher. So I've always had Cloudster and Clotcher over Dragalge and Skrelp. So I'm gonna have to put them based on my little knowledge of them. I'm gonna have to put them in C and B tier. Toxapex and Marini. Marini is B tier, but Toxapex is S tier. Okay, so Salazzle and Salandit. Salandit C tier. Salazzle, Salazzle a big glass cannon that I want to put in S tier, but it's a glass cannon, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. Silvally, Poison, C tier. Nihiligo or something, S tier. This guy, Poipole and I forget its evolved form. S tier. Toxel and Toxtricities. Okay, so Toxel is gonna be D tier. Both of these guys are gonna go. I think I'm gonna put them both. I'm gonna put them all B tier. All the Toxtricities, even the Gigantamax. Eternatus is S tier. Gigantamax, Eternatus, S tier. Sneasler is S tier. Overquill, A tier. These two guys, Graphite and Strudel. Strudel, this guy, C tier. Revavroom and Vavroom, C tier and B tier. Gimlet and this other guy, Glimmet. I forget its name. A and B tier. Iron Moth. Iron Moth, I forget. I'm gonna put Iron Moth in A tier. And these guys are all gonna go S tier, which is Okidogi, Monkey Dory, Bizendipity, and Pitcher. That's all of the poison type Pokemon. This is gonna be hard. But I think the best S tier is gonna be Eternatus with Gigantamax. I think that's the best. The worst of here is gonna have to be Clodsire. The best A tier is going to be Arceus. The worst A tier is probably gonna be Overquill. I mean the worst A tier. Is that what I said? The best B tier. The best B tier is probably gonna be Oxel, Gigantamax, or Toxtricity, my bad. These guys. The worst is gonna be Paldean Wooper. The best C tier, Still Valley. The worst C tier, the Nidorans. Best D tier, Coughing. The worst, Weedle. And then Zubat, and then Kakuna. Yeah, I think that's my tier list. Yeah, that is my tier list for poison types. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.